Welcome to the Spy Collection. This is Anastasios, and today we have a very special artifact. A book by the Aegean Park Press, a very important publisher in the world of SIGINT, Signals Intelligence. At first glance, this book seems like one of those puzzle books you can find anywhere, but it's much more than that. The reason why Aegean Park Press has such an important role in cryptology/SIGINT area is because it was created to document and share this very specialized knowledge by a former NSA SIGINT officer. That officer was Wayne Barger, the author of this book, who published this when he was 58 years old. So this book is from 1980 and it contains 110 cryptograms as well as a small section on code-breaking techniques to help the reader solve them. The word cryptogram is rarely used nowadays, but back in the day it meant an encrypted message which was sent over some media. It was like an adaptation of the words encrypted and telegram, thus cryptogram. Although those cryptograms might appear overly simplistic, in the 1940s and for some countries even in the 50s, intercepted communications usually looked like those cryptograms seen in the book. And cryptanalysts and SIGINTers like Wayne Barger were responsible to decipher them. And now that you understand the espionage historical value and importance of this seemingly unimportant artifact from a publisher that no longer exists, let's pick a random cryptogram and break it using some of the methods recommended by the author. Okay, let's pick number 75. So let's jump to the computer and break it.
So the first thing that we know is that this was supposed to be solvable with pen and paper, so it should be breakable with simple cryptanalytic techniques. The second one is that we see both alphabetic and punctuation characters. Based on that, we will make the assumption that the punctuation markings are not encrypted since it appears like legitimate English syntax. So our goal is to map the alphabet with the appropriate letters to allow us to see the decrypted text. The first technique that we will use is called frequency analysis, and it's telling us how frequently each letter appears in a given text. For this we will be using this website, but of course someone could do it manually too. The one thing that really stands out is letter Y, which is likely letter E, since this is the most frequently used letter in English, so let's replace this one. Next we will follow a technique known as vowel spotting, and the easiest area to target is those single and double letter words, since they will certainly contain at least one vowel. Through some trial and error we found that M corresponds to letter I. Now we can focus on this digraph with a technique known as two-letter pattern words. In English there are only a couple of potential consonants that fit this, and the best fit was H, so we have this. Next we follow pattern matching, and this word is likely there, and that means that Q is T and D is R. I'm certain many of you picked up this that tells us that N is almost certainly O. And that word really looks like remember, so let's replace B with M and F with B. Next, C in multiple places matches perfectly with W, so let's do that too. The only letter that could fit in O and work here would be L, so, and at this stage is quite obvious, so here is the final version. And we have Will of eccentric wealthy man, and to my nephew Charles, who I promised to remember, hi there Charlie. Due to that being such an easy to break encryption, we could also try the brute force method. That is, try all combinations and automatically find which resemble English words. For instance, here is a website that does this sort of cryptanalytic technique, and as you see the final result is pretty close to the complete solution.
Until only a few decades ago, such cryptograms were part of classified training programs at signals intelligence agencies, and even to this day they are occasionally referenced for teaching different cryptanalytic techniques. So if you come across this small book, now you know some of its secret history, like its author, the publisher, and even the reasoning behind its content. As always, nothing is as it seems.